What's going on, everyone? So the Los Angeles Lakers are looking for another center to kind of round out the roster. Problem is that the well of centers are drying up very fast. Mo Bamba, who the Lakers had interest in bringing back after they ended up waiving him, they wanted to sign him to a more reasonable contract. They ended up losing him to the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers have signed Mo Bamba, and they do intend to still keep Reed. So that's another option that is off the board. So Lakers just essentially lost two potential options right off the bat. Now, there is the potential for Bol Bol, who many people really want to see the Lakers grab, right? Many people like him. He's 7'2", 7'3", can do a little bit of everything. He has moments of absolute brilliance, but he is very raw and would absolutely be a development big. But still, there's nothing wrong with that. You got several options in Hayes. You got Anthony Davis. The Lakers can go small if they need to in Rui Hachimura. Anthony Davis is very likely going to play center 30 plus minutes. So all you need with a guy like Bol Bol is just to come in, give you like 10 minutes a game roughly, and you're good. Right, and Bol Bol could very likely do that for the Lakers over the course of an 82-game season. The problem is that there's no guarantee that the Lakers can get Bol Bol because there is a pecking order when it comes to guys that are waived. And a team like Detroit has an option to get them, and the list goes down all the way to the Lakers. I believe it's based on seeding, like where you were record-wise. You have first choice, first options. Now, it is very possible that all those teams pass and the Lakers can end up landing him and have a real opportunity, right? Especially if he says like, hey, I don't want to go to this team. I want to go to the Lakers, or I want to go to a contender, something along those lines, right? You usually see that with guys out on the buyout market, stuff like that. Once they clear waivers, you'll see teams that are tanking, they'll just kind of stay away from them. They won't even consider them, and kind of goes down the list. And, a team like the Lakers will land that person. But Bol Bol, with his age, with his potential and his upside, it's very likely that one of these teams say, hey, let's bring him in on a flyer. He can grow and develop him. We're not winning anything anyway this year. So the Lakers most likely will miss out on Bol Bol as well, which is another player that the Lakers could have gotten that is off the market. So what's left in this department? Now, obviously, Christian Wood, he would be great. Now, he's not the sort of bulkier center, right? I do think the Lakers need a veteran sort of bulky center. But look, if you can get Christian Wood on a vet minimum, that might be one of the best bargains in the entire league. You don't say no to that, right? You bring him in and you figure it out from there. Guy that can give you 16 plus a game, a guy that can play the power forward position as well as the center position. Christian Wood on a minimum deal is an absolute no-brainer, right? So that is something that is an option that's still out there, but how likely is that? My guess is it's extremely unlikely, right? Like one would have to take a minimum, and even if he would, there are other teams that maybe can provide him a bigger role if he was to take a minimum than the Lakers could. Lakers are very deep. Yes, he could play over Hayes. You could even start him, but then how does the starting unit look? Especially with Rui making all the money that he's making, it could be a little bit of an issue. But if you have an opportunity to get him, better to get him and figure it out than not. But let's remove Christian Wood from the equation. What are the Lakers' other options? The only thing I really see, it boils down to kind of two options. One, you get a guy like a DeMarcus Cousins, right? He's the guy that's a bulkier center, veteran guy. Again, you just need a guy to come in and play handful of minutes a game, right? You need a guy that can come in and doesn't care what the role is. And that's why I think a veteran guy could be very important, right? Another option would be like a Dwight Howard, although I don't know how much the Lakers are really interested in Dwight, but if all options fail, then, why not? Hassan Whiteside, I'm still high on Hassan, but how much would he be willing to kind of take that third big man role? Where a guy like Dwight Howard, DeMarcus Cousins, they might be more willing to kind of play the role that is needed, right? Like, hey, tonight you're going to start, AD's out, we need you. Cool, no problem. Tomorrow you're getting a DMP, buddy. Sorry, thank you so much. Hey, we need you on the bench. We need your support. No problem. No, hey, tonight you're going to get 5 minutes. Tomorrow you're going to get 10 minutes. Whatever the role calls for the night. You need a guy that says, okay, right? Because you have Jackson Hayes. You want to get him run. You want to get him burn. He's a guy that you're hoping you can stick with long term, 23 years old, and kind of be a development big for you, and kind of maybe potentially be a starting level center for you in the near future. So veteran style center would be really nice. It's something that you would obviously like to grab. Another option would be there's Bismack Biyombo, who's out there, although he's undersized, right? He is a good shot blocker, but again, he's undersized, better for like a small ball lineup than like a big burly center. And at that point, you can almost make an option to just kind of go younger. The other kind of idea is to just wait patiently and see if there is another buyout option, right? There's talks about the Dallas Mavericks potentially buying out JaVale McGee. That ends up happening. Well, then, that would be perfect, right? JaVale had success with the Lakers. He won an NBA championship. A lot of people want to see JaVale come back. Wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't be bad at all. Lastly, you go with the Colin Castleton. You go with the kid, 6'11", 240. He's shown some really quality flashes here in Summer League so far. Although, it's been 2 games, at least at the time of recording this video, but we'll see how he does in Summer League in Las Vegas. He's raw, right? He's a rookie, so he's going to have his blunders. He's going to have his moments. I still kind of lead towards the veteran side, right? Like, I love the idea of bringing in Colin Castleton. He is on a 2-way, so you can bring him back and forth, but I would like for like that 15 spot, right? Bring in Colin Castleton and then maybe bring in like a DeMarcus Cousins or Dwight Howard or something like that. So that way you have that veteran guy for the playoffs. That would be ideal. But I don't think that they could go wrong with Colin Castleton. He has shown the ability to make plays, shown the ability to knock down the mid-range, as well as finish through contact. He's a guy that can take it from the break, and he's also a guy that can protect the rim. That all has value, especially with the Lakers. A floor-running big, it's what he provides. A guy that can make plays for others, that's what he provides. I really like it, but again, he's going to have his hiccups. He's going to have his moments. He's going to have he's not going to be the most well-rounded center for the Lakers. But, how much do the Lakers really need that? With Anthony Davis and Hayes, 2 guys that do have experience. And once you get to the playoffs, Anthony Davis is probably playing 40 minutes at center anyway. So then Hayes just needs to come in and play 8 minutes a game. So I do think you could get away with Colin Castleton over the course of the season. But again, veteran-led kind of makes sense. The more likely option, if I'm being honest, out of everything, is they probably just bring back Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson was good for them in the spots that he played. He's still only 32 years old, has experience with LeBron. He's a hustle guy, big, bulky body. He had some success against Jokic, although, again, small sample size. He's a guy that you can play small ball, guy that, again, he plays the role that you need. Hey, tonight you're playing, tonight you're starting, tonight you're getting 10 minutes, tonight you're not playing, and either way he's going to say, all right, no worries, let's make it happen. My guess is that they probably bring back Tristan Thompson. Like, I think that that's very likely the signing, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out. And, look, if the Lakers can get a more bulky big, like a true big, then I'm all for it. If you can get Christian Wood, then of course I'm all for it. But more likely than not, my guess is that we end up bringing back Tristan Thompson and then just kind of play out the season and kind of see where it takes us, right? Maybe there is a center that becomes available, right? Like, just an example, but let's say maybe Chicago, right? Let's say Chicago continues to be terrible and they end up releasing, Andre Drummond, right? So then maybe you could go get Andre Drummond around the trade deadline or the buyout market. That could always be a possibility. You never know what could be on the horizon. You just kind of need somebody to kind of supplement over the course of the season and then kind of figure it out from there. Or maybe a trade comes up that you can go get a quality center, something like that. And it's like, okay, well, let's go get this player, maybe like a Nurkic becomes available wherever he ends up landing, because the Portland Trailblazers are trying to trade for him. So, maybe San Antonio takes him, and, you can get him relatively cheap because San Antonio just wants to get off of him, right? They don't want the contract, and they got some assets to take him on or something, right? That could be a possibility. But we'll see. We'll see. Most likely, expect Tristan Thompson back. If we can get somebody else, I'm with it. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Who would you like to see? What do you think the options are for the Lakers? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the